it's called at the moment, and they won it in 2014, 2016 and last year when they did.
Regards to their league ambitions, I think the game will be similar today. I think Manchester City again will try and blow Chelsea off the...
Well, Manchester City and Chelsea. Sarri has more wins at this stage in his fledgling coaching career in England than Pep Guardiola had at the same. Executives from the sponsors of the competition, Carabafis under this man. He looks cut.
Would you please stand for the national anthem, led by Natalie Rushton.
And Chelsea with all the pressure on their shoulders, but let's just remind you they've already beaten Manchester City. They were the card set to play as a false number 9.
Well, it's only 2 weeks ago that these sides met, and Chelsea are the team that...
Ilkay Gundogan drops to the substitutes bench.
Well, it's business as usual for Manchester City. No real changes. Manchester United put a player right up against him to stop him operate and try and nullify any possession he might get. Manchester City...
De Bruyne has the opening corner for Manchester City, well defended by Chelsea. Being written there by Sarri. I'm sure there'll be no surprises for him as to how
Whether VAR didn't even need to look at that, he was so close to the ball, but you're right. De Bruyne just fell over as he...
Luis. Oh, nicely taken down there by Kante. Zinchenko came across, and Chelsea were looking for John Moss to give them a free kick there. It was a really good run from Kante.
It was, but there's that crossfield pass again by
Sterling. Away by David Luiz. Off his thigh, I think. Have more of the ball. Fernandinho trying to thread the eye of a needle. Oh, it's a great ball fed in there, and very well defended by Rudiger.
He can attack you, and the transition was terrific.
Trying to find room for the shot, goes for the cross and picks out Aguero, taken brilliantly on the chest. And that's the closest we've been to a goal. Sergio Aguero, by his high standards, probably expects to hit the target here.
Oh, it's terrific by Bernardo Silva. Just used the run of Kevin De Bruyne, so allowed himself to come onto that left foot. Just left it on the chest of Sergio Aguero.
For this, Manchester City holding a line outside of their 18-yard line at the moment. And it hasn't been used in the competition this season, but will be today. Aguero, and the sting taken off his shot by the deflection, and it was routine for Kepa.
It's great play by Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne.
But it's De Bruyne who plays it in, and David Luiz is there to clear. Back in by Bernardo Silva, and that's fed in early by De Bruyne. It's nicely done. Didn't quite drop for Aguero. Pass, but here's the good work from Manchester City that nearly opened up. So far, so good for Sarri.
Oh, you're right. The 6 in front of them have worked.
Back with Raheem Sterling again. Trying to tease
Azpilicueta, but initially Sterling was terrific. Does into the...
Zinchenko. It's a good take from Kepa. Wasn't under any pressure away from that Chelsea goal, but it will be picked up by Raheem Sterling. And kept back in. City's latest corner. Met by the head of David
Silva. Used all of his strength and know-how to get that ball away. I don't know if it was his head. He met the initial corner so well. It was a terrific header. Laporte, you see, he puts his hands on his head.
Oh, and a really good attempt there to trouble the goalkeeper by Otamendi.
It was initially a brilliant header by David Luiz. Chelsea clear to Zinchenko. What a pass that is, on the half volley towards the back.
Gets the better there of Laporte. Eden Hazard. Brilliant play from Hazard. Now, has he got a finish? No.
Laporte just needs to defend it. He just needs to kick it out of the field, but he tries to be clever. You can't be clever with Eden Hazard, but what terrific ability that man has. You can't touch him when he's in the penalty.
To break through here in first half stoppage time. It's corner, and John Moss is going to allow more time for this corner kick for Chelsea.
It just seems that the fact the game's still so
fair. Sergio Aguero having Manchester City's best chance with a volley that he put high over the Chelsea crossbar.
Don't forget, for all latest news, content and competition action, make sure you're following at Carabao_UK.
Ten seconds to commentary. To replace Aymeric Laporte in the centre of that Manchester City defence for this.
badly timed tackle, giving Chelsea an early opportunity to put a free kick into the penalty area. That's how we finished the first.
Past the first challenge of Pedro. No pressure on David Luiz. And then it's thumped over the top thing from Manchester City. Cross seeks out Aguero. Not the cleanest of hands from... Now Hazard onside. Eden Hazard in on Kepa. Covering defence now.
On a mention before, Hazard trying to run in behind Vincent Kompany, and he does it fantastically well. Just when you think he's one-on-one with the defender in the penalty area, he'll skip by him easily and get a shot.
David Luiz with work to do. And the referee. City win the initial header. And Aguero! Offside! Won't count. We remain goalless.
I'm not sure that clears that up. If we are using VAR to the millimetre, and any body part that is able to score a goal can count.
Well, they can use it. They can use a myriad of angles to look at it. VAR option, but it will be Luiz sails into the Chelsea fans.
Rudiger have just dealt with every one of them.
Gonzalo Higuain going through his routine. He's now Hazard. Chance to get a few touches there. Eden Hazard.
He didn't need to make the pass. Had an opportunity for an Aguero run. The opportunity for a potential shot with him.
Now is there a different story here for Eden Hazard? Running at company, breezes past him, still Hazard, and Kante wide. Well, what an inviting target for N'Golo Kante. After brilliant work from Hazard, Sarri can't believe that his side aren't ahead here.
Well, this game is here.
Bernardo Silva releases De Bruyne. Luiz quickly across. Glorious first touch. And here an opportunity which is not taken by Barkley. Well, he's very capable. Ex-Everton teammate of yours, Leon Osman. Seen him score goals from those areas before.
More often than not, when he gets into these positions.
But it's De Bruyne. Technique so far today. Full of energy, of course. N'Golo Kante hooked back in by Pedro. Nobody beyond the far post. Pocket of space here for Hazard. And Eden Hazard releases Pedro. It's just a Chelsea corner. It could have been so much more. But they are now looking the more threatening team.
Oh, and in this man, Eden Hazard, the man who's really fancying leading his side.
This is Hudson-Odoi. And now David Luiz.
It's been a much bigger, different challenge.
That's what he does. And I think he gets fingertips too on his way.
Well, he does. And he does.
Oh, glorious touch from Loftus-Cheek. And he releases Hazard offside. Whoa, that must have been really tight. Magnificent stuff there from Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Thought he'd release Hazard in an onside position here.
It's an unreal piece of skill by Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and the line.
2019 Carabao Cup final goes to extra time. Chelsea with a more...
If they step it up another level, they can win this game, filling them with the confidence that they already have. They're such a top team. They can just get
the final anymore. But Otamendi's on a yellow as the shot is Hazard. Luiz. Cross by Hazard, an important take there by Jorginho. In Jorginho, don't see him have too many efforts at goal like that. Hazard. Their team played the ball around deep inside their own penalty area, but still we await the breakthrough here. Get through earlier rounds on penalty shootouts. Chelsea against Tottenham in the semi-final. Manchester from Sterling, and still, and Aguero denied, and surely now no! Last-ditch defending from Chelsea. Well, it was all about Raheem Sterling and his dizzying run to the byline, and Aguero was denied at the last.
Well, it's magnificent from Sterling. The pace and skill he shows in getting in there. Does get a little bit of luck.
From Rudiger, lets in Aguero! Denied by Kepa Arrizabalaga. It's a big save from the Spaniard. A relief for Rudiger, who slipped, which opened up the opportunity for Sergio Aguero.
He did. Well, you just...
And Willy Caballero, is he going to get his opportunity? I think Kepa said no. I'm okay. He's desperate to stay on. This is...
He's going berserk on the touchline. It doesn't matter what Kepa wants. If his substitute number goes up, if the manager...
But just wait now for the shootout. 3 Arrizabalaga saves in the penalty shootout. Sorry. Well, the ground is still stunned by that attempted substitution from Maurizio.
Thierry Aguero bringing the ball down, brilliant.
Gianfranco Zola, the rest of the coaching staff of Chelsea, to their goalkeeper. And it's a very close bond, but you still have to wonder why he didn't win that argument. In which the penalty will be taken. Long stare at the ball from Jorginho, and Ederson saves.
I think it was in the semi-final of the competition again. Well, you could see Ederson had done his homework.
Successful here. No nonsense from the Spaniard. No. Oh, he almost got there. In fact, he did get there for Manchester City. 2 from 3 for Chelsea. Oh, it's an excellent save.
And he just has full stretch. He's had to do something in this penalty.
Wasn't the worst penalty in the world, that from Sane in the shootout. David Luiz. No!
Does have a long run up. He does have a lot of steps in that build-up, but it's...
Dade by David Luiz.
We don't expect him to miss the target.
Bernardo Silva for Manchester City. 3-3. Cup for Manchester City. Yes, but only just.
A lot of pressure on that young man's shoulders, and he's growing year on year. Don't come much
in the shootout. Ferran Serrano, who were at Barcelona at his time at the Camp Nou, and of course he was building for the future.
Look how far they've come. They're now competing still in this country for an unprecedented 4 trophies in one